Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, guys, man. So let's go ahead and talk about Austin Reaves, man. There's been a lot of talk about him on social media as of late. He is due for another contract, for a contract extension. Well, he could have signed one probably this off season. But if he signs one next off season, he'll be eligible for more money. So a lot of people are talking about how, he's not worth 30 million a year, or he's not worth north of 30 million a year or whatever. But, I'm here to talk about today, like, the honest truth about Austin Reeves' game, how he's improved, and when you look at the guys around him, that have the same production level or less, and they're making around that 30 million a year mark, um, these are the things that we have to judge these contracts and these players off of, not necessarily always how good they are or anything like that. So before we hop into today's video, man, y'all be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, guys, and let's go ahead and hop into this Austin Reeves, revealing the truth about Austin Reeves. So let's go ahead and look at, if you look at, these are some of the players, and I wrote these down too. I'm gonna show you guys on the screen, and I also wrote these down as well. Some of the players that are making around that 30 million a year mark, what Austin Reeves is probably gonna sign next off season in the summer, especially if he has a good season this year. Um, Emmanuel Quickly, the point guard for Toronto Raptors, he's making 32.5 million. Drew Holiday right now. Austin Reeves is a better player than Emmanuel Quickly, by the way. I feel like every single player I'm about to name off this list I have 6 players on this list, and every single one of these guys are not better than Austin Reeves. They're not more impactful. They have not put up the numbers and the production he has, even as the third option on the Lakers. Emmanuel Quickly, 32.5 million. Drew Holiday, 34 million. Jordan Poole, 34 million. Jeremy Grant, 34 million. Jalen Johnson, 30 million. CJ McCollum, 30 million. These 6 players are all making $30 million a year. And you're trying to tell me that Austin Reeves should make $30 million a year if these guys are making $30 million a year? And the reason why. And let's look at a couple more players on this list right here. These are the guys that are making around that 30 million a year mark to start off their contract. They're making at least 30 million a year. You got Chris Middleton. You got Jalen Green. You got Emmanuel Quickly. Drew, the guys I just named. Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's a really good player, though. Julius Randle. DeJounte Murray. Chris Passport. Like, all of these guys, but you're trying to tell me that Austin Reeves isn't producing at the level that these guys are producing at? That's what they're going off of these contracts at, bro. That's the reason why Austin Reeves is trying to make around this amount of money, because of the players around this mark. Now, if you want to go back to the other page, you got guys making north of 35 million a year. I don't think that Austin is better than any of these players. Like, maybe Michael Porter Jr. I don't think he's better than Franz Wagner. I don't think he's a better overall player than Scotty Barnes. These guys are better players than Austin Reeves, and I think they're more impactful on both sides of the ball. But just in general, when you look at around his contract number and what he's wanting to make next season and things of that nature, and you look at some of these guys, they're not on contenders. They're not better than Austin Reeves. They're not producing. Now, Julius Randle had a really good postseason, but Julius Randle's a good player as well. But when you look at the average guy player on this list, and you look at the number they're making, I don't see why Austin Reeves wouldn't want to make 30 million a year, bro. Like, Jalen Suggs is a damn good player. Jaren Jackson is a really good player. Obviously, I think that Austin Reeves is a better player than Desmond Bane. Like, when they faced off against each other in the postseason against each other, Austin outplayed him every single time. Austin has always outplayed Desmond Bane. Even going back to college when he was in Oklahoma and Desmond Bane played for TCU, like, he was outplaying Desmond Bane at that time too. I mean, I don't know, bro. I just feel like Austin Reeves definitely deserves that number if you're gonna be comparing him to around these players. And then on top of that, guys, like, look at Austin Reeves' number now. Like, he's on, like, probably debatably the best contract in the whole entire league. This contract is crazy for Austin Reeves. He started off in 23-24 season when he was 25 years old, making $12 million a year. At the production he has, $12 million a year is that's beyond a discount. Like, because the Lakers signed him at a good time. I believe he started having he had his best season after he signed this extension. Let's go ahead and look at Austin Reeves' numbers right quick, because look at his numbers. When you look at Austin's numbers, bro, like, he really has improved every single season in the NBA. For his career, he averages about 15 points a game. Last season, he had his best year. And then on top of that, Like, knock on wood, bro. That's one of the best things about Austin. He's always available. Like, if Austin misses a game, you are genuinely shocked when he misses a game. That's another good thing about paying players. He is going to be available to play most of the time. So why wouldn't you want to have your best players on the team available to play? There's a lot of these players that you guys want to trade for and trade Austin and give up Austin for that are barely even on the court. Like, I seen some people talking about they want to trade Austin for what's the kid name for the Pelicans? I can't think of his name right now. Herb Jones. Which, I mean, fit wise, he's a great fit on this team. Don't get me wrong, especially before the Marcus Smart signing. He is an amazing fit with this team. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great defender. I think he's a really good player. He's improved his jump shot. But he's barely ever available. So why would you give up a guy that has played 61 games, 64, and this is his rookie season, 61. 64, he played all 82 the season before last, and then last year he played 73. So this is a guy that's playing north of the last couple seasons when he's been heavily dependent on. Look at the minutes, 30 plus minutes a game. When he's been heavily dependent on, Austin has produced and he has been available to his team a lot the last couple seasons. Now look at these numbers, bro. Like, he's improved every single year, points per game wise. Austin is not just a scorer; he's a facilitator. Every single year he's improved. When he's been able to have the ball in his hands more, he has been producing as a facilitator. And this is as the third option. That's what I want you guys to realize. Austin does not have the ball in his hands as much as Luka, LeBron, and before the Luka trade, AD, LeBron. He does not have the ball in his hands as much as those guys. His usage is not as high as those guys, and the numbers are still extremely productive. Like, you cannot, these type of players do not grow on trees. Giving up Austin Reaves would be a bad move for this team unless you get back a instant contributing type of starter. Or I've talked about this in the past. The only way I'm giving up Austin Reaves is if you're trying to include him in like a trade for like another superstar, like Giannis or Jokic. Now, obviously, these things are probably not going to happen. At the end of the day, Luka Doncic is a Laker, so anything is possible in the NBA. But at the same time, most likely these things are not going to happen, right? But at the same time, I'm only trading Austin Reaves for those caliber players. I'm not trading Austin Reaves for Herb Jones or like it's like a defensive player that's barely ever available to his team. I'm not trading Austin Reaves for that, bro. Look at this production. This is what you want out of he's an undrafted player. The numbers have literally improved. It's not like he's shooting bad from the field. 46%, 49%, 53%. Look at the 3-point numbers. 37%, 38%, 40%. The 3-point numbers have improved. The usage has went up. The field goal percentage is great. All of these things are great from him, bro. The field goal attempts have went up. The efficiency is still there. The numbers have improved. Austin Reaves is a keeper in my opinion, guys. Unless you're getting back another superstar player, he deserves to get paid. Austin Reaves, the contract he signed with this team of 12 million a year, 13, 14, 15 million a year, that is a discount. And when players sign these type of contracts and they produce at the level he's producing, you reward those type of players. You don't try to lowball him again after he signed a discounted contract with your franchise and he's produced at the way he's produced. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand why some people are saying the things that they're saying about Austin. But at the same time, I understand everybody has their opinion. And I'm not sitting up here saying that Austin Reaves is the next coming of Jesus Christ. But at the same time, guys, like, we have to look when we're looking at player contracts, we have to look at player contracts as these players are wanting to. This happens in every single sport, NFL, NBA. It doesn't matter. These players want to get paid around the level of production or the other players that are producing around the league at that around their same numbers. They want to get paid that same type of way. And if you're doing these things that Austin is doing at a high efficiency and improving every single season, why wouldn't the Lakers do that? Why wouldn't they? You want to keep a guy like Austin to grow next to Luka Doncic. You can maybe at some point in Austin's career, he might start coming off the bench and be a 6-man. But Austin is not a terrible defender if you have other great defenders around him. If you don't have him out there on the perimeter trying to guard elite perimeter players, then you're gonna be fine. Like, you're gonna be fine. I promise you. And that's why I'm saying this season, I think with the signing of Marcus Smart, which I absolutely love that signing, when you sign a guy like Marcus Smart, you're not gonna have to play Austin Reaves against Anthony Edwards for a full 48 minutes. You got Jared Vanderbilt coming off the bench. I believe Adou Thiero is going to contribute to this team year one. If he plays defense and he is like a literal maniac defensively and using that athleticism he has and able to knock down occasional threes, JJ Redick is going to play Adou Thiero next season. He might get more playing time than Dalton Connect. And with the there has been plenty of rookies that came in and have been in the rotation because they are actually busting their butt on defense, doing all the hustling, bringing all the energy. That just screams Adou Thiero's game, especially early in his career. Like, he has a lot of potential with this team and just as an NBA player in general. So yeah, let's keep on watching some Austin Reaves highlights here. I think that's all of the points I wanted to make about him though so far. Production improvement every year. That's another thing. When you compare his playoff statistics to other players that are making around the same amount of money as him, like the guys that I named on this list. Now, Drew Holiday a couple years ago, he was a huge contributor to winning I almost said the Super Bowl, to winning the NBA Finals with the Bucks, but that was like 4 years ago almost. So Drew Holiday is not the player that he once was. So that's the only reason why I'm not really considering Drew Holiday on this list, because he's a little bit older now, and he's not as productive as he was when he was with the Bucks and winning championships. Now, Drew Holiday is still a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's still a really good two-way player, and I wish we had him on our team. He could contribute for sure, but I still think that Austin is a better player now. Considering his age and production, he coming off his best season last year, I still would take Austin over Drew Holiday. But at the same time, Drew Holiday could be could be an immaculate piece for this team. Jalen Johnson hasn't even made the playoffs. CJ McCollum has never been a great playoff performer. Jordan Poole had that one good season with the Warriors, but ever since he's been in Washington, he has not been putting up good numbers. I already talked about Jalen Johnson. Emmanuel Quickley the same way. I don't even think Emmanuel Quickley has not been a good playoff performer. He's not even been in the postseason that many times. I think he's a good player, but at the end of the day, I'm still taking Austin Reaves over Emmanuel Quickley 9 times out of 10. So when you just consider every single thing we're talking about in today's video, guys, the contracts of players around Austin Reaves, the production every single season, producing every single year, it's improving, it's getting better. He's always available to his team. He's only 26 years old, and signing him to another long-term contract just puts him alongside the same timeline as Luka Doncic, and that chemistry can grow. It's working with LeBron. So Austin, some nights he's a second option, some nights he's a third option, but he's one of those players that just his skill set. It matches what Luka does, and it matches what LeBron does. So his skill set and his ability to always be available, you just can't give that up. And like I said, him playing on the discounted contract he was this past season, the last couple of years, he deserves a contract extension of $30 million because of the players around him. With the production that they give and the production he gives, he deserves $30 million when you compare him to some of those other players we talked about previously in the video. So y'all let me know in the comment section if this clarified Austin Reaves maybe possibly getting that contract extension next season, or do you still feel the same way, or how do you feel about it? Let me know all your thoughts and things of that nature in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. If y'all do, y'all be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.